With the new year comes a new edition of the Team Quadrilla Marble League. It is my highest honor to welcome you here inside the confines of the Sludge Bowl for Season 2, the A Division. We are ready to kick it off. Hosted by the Slimeballs here, we have the first event, the Gravitrax Team Pursuit, an entirely new event on the calendar. In this event, 4 heats of 4 teams where all 4 marbles from each team will be in the blocks, and each marble will contribute to a total score for each team. The top 2 will move on after each heat to the semi-finals. We're going to get started with our hosts, the Slimeballs, the Majestic Melons, Olive Orbs, and the Efficient Eggs. Olive Orbs and Eggs, their first event ever in the A Division, and it's the Efficient Eggs with a lead. Now Slimeballs, they're going to get a 1-2 finish. The Slimeballs look like they're going to advance. Majestic Melons, all of them are at the back. After a successful qualification run, the Majestic Melon, disaster for them. The Efficient Eggs, a very consistent run for them. All of them are up in the top half. And Slimeballs will get top 2. Then it's 2 for the Efficient Eggs. Looks like those 2 will be moving on. The Efficient Eggs actually do get the win over the Slimeballs. Olive Orbs and Majestic Melons are going no further. That is an atrocious total for the Majestic Melons. But the Efficient Eggs, as this is the first time the event has been held, they hold the record. But now in here too, the Deep Divers, Shadow Riders, Floundering Fish, and the Bobble Squad. And it's the Shadow Riders that have the lead. Floundering Fish now take it, and they're going to get the win. They're also going to get a top 2. Shadow Riders are up there. Deep Divers trying to scramble for good positions. And the Bobble Squad at the back. And they get a DNF. Look at this, the Deep Divers, relatively mid-pack, are defending champions, of course. The Shadow Riders, with Gloom, defending individual league champion. And there's where Bobble of the Bobble Squad got stuck. Not good for them. Floundering Fish for the top 2. They are almost certain to advance. The Shadow Riders look a bit more consistent than the Deep Divers. And it is the Shadow Riders moving on along with the Floundering Fish. Our defending champions have been knocked out in the heats. And here in Heat 3 of 4, Blue Lotus, Sinister Sprinters, Golden Cheeses, and the Poison Ivy. The Sprinters and the Poison Ivy, teams in their first ever event here. They did not qualify for Season 1. And it is the Poison Ivy out in front. Sinister Sprinters now. The Poison Ivy will get it. Blue Lotus try to catch up. And meanwhile, up on the course, the Golden Cheeses are stuck. That is Parmesan from the Golden Cheeses. Sprinter is relatively at the back. And look at this photo finish for the lead. It is the Poison Ivy that get it with Venom just barely ahead of Cornflower, the Blue Lotus. And there is where the Golden Cheeses got stuck. The Golden Cheeses quite at the back. They are not going to advance. Poison Ivy have 2 of them in the top 3. So the Poison Ivy get the win over the Blue Lotus. Those 2 will be advancing. Sinister Sprinters and the Golden Cheeses go no further. But now, in the final heat, before we move on to the semi-finals, Green Lotus, Valley Dashers, Team Atlantic, and the Yellow Lotus. 2 Lotus teams in this one. Will both of them advance? It is Team Atlantic out in front. All of them coming very close, but Team Atlantic will top 2. Then it's the Green Lotus, Valley Dashers, and a lot of Yellow Lotus marbles coming close behind. Green Lotus and Team Atlantic also had some marbles further back. Now it's the Valley Dashers that are looking in trouble, but the Green Lotus, 3 of them in the bottom, 2 of them in the bottom 3. And what's this? We're hearing that Dolphin, the captain of Team Atlantic, is reporting an injury. Yes, they have. Dolphin from Team Atlantic is going to have to come out of this event being injured with a hard collision. That is not good for them. They did get 2nd place, but at what cost? Team Atlantic does get the win, albeit it was pretty tainted by that injury. We'll have to see what happens with Team Atlantic and their captain. Meanwhile, the Deep Divers get 9th, Sinister Sprinters 10th, down to the Majestic Melons. Terrible run for them. They start off in last. But now, on we go to the semi-finals. Efficient Eggs, Shadow Riders, Poison Ivy, and the Yellow Lotus here in the first semi-final. So excuse my commentary on this one. You have the Poison Ivy and the Shadow Riders. Very close looking marbles, but the Efficient Eggs have a lot of them up there. They look like they're going to advance, and the Shadow Riders are also close behind. Look at this, 3 of the Shadow Riders up there. Efficient Eggs, 2 in the beginning, they get top 2 and a third very close behind. So it looks like the Efficient Eggs and the Shadow Riders, yes, they will be moving on. Yellow Lotus and Poison Ivy could not capitalize off their advancement. And the Efficient Eggs, by 1 point, beat their own record with a 45. That is a very good run for them. As we go on to the second semi-final, Slimeballs, Floundering Fish, Blue Lotus, and Team Atlantic. All of these teams qualified for the first season. Have to see if the hosts can advance to the final. Floundering Fish, 3 of them up front. Team Atlantic now, and their reserve member, Orca, will get the win. They've subbed in their reserve member in place of their captain with their injury. And what a way for the reserve member to make their mark. But look at this, all of the other members of Team Atlantic at the back. That is not good for them. It does not look like they're going to advance even despite with a win. Blue Lotus very close between them. Slimeballs and Floundering Fish just barely advance. Blue Lotus by 1 point don't advance over the Floundering Fish, but they will get 5th. Then it's Team Atlantic. Yellow Lotus and Poison Ivy make up 7th and 8th. But now we go to the final. Efficient Eggs had the record, the top 2 best runs. Then it's the Floundering Fish, Shadow Riders, and the Slimeballs. Can the Slimeballs potentially get gold in the first event of the season as hosts? The Shadow Riders have the lead. Slimeballs are up there. Floundering Fish will get the win, but the Slimeballs still up there. But the Floundering Fish, a nice recovery from them. Shadow Riders are all the way at the back. So are the Efficient Eggs. So it's between the Floundering Fish and the Slimeballs for gold. Look at this, Efficient Eggs, all very close. Shadow Riders, 2 of them in the back, including Gloom. But Koi Boy, the captain of the Floundering Fish, gets the win. Was that enough to claim gold for them? No, it was not. The Slimeballs, as hosts, claim gold in the Gravitrax Team Pursuit. 1 season ago, the Aquamarines, as hosts, got gold in the first event. That continues here with the Slimeballs getting gold, Floundering Fish 2nd, and the Efficient Eggs get 3rd. But what a surprise victory for the Slimeballs. They won the friendly round and have showed up here in the first event here. Floundering Fish get their best result ever with the 2nd place, and the Efficient Eggs in their first A Division event get a medal. Very well done to all of them, as the fans are absolutely thrilled. Slimeballs on top after event 1, then it's Floundering Fish, Efficient Eggs, down to the Majestic Melons in 16th. The next events will be the relay race and balancing, 2 familiar events, as we head into the main part of the Team Quadrilla Marble League.